Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to KT Garage. In this video, we're going to talk about wheel upgrades on a 71 Oldsmobile. So I do like the OEM wheels and everything, but there's always room for upgrades on these older cars to make them look better. So I opted to go with something really wide in the back and a little bit wider in the front, and with aluminum wheels to make them look a little modernized. A little bit of resto mod kind of look. So I'm going to go through the car, explain to you guys what I've done, giving you more information on offsets and stuff like that. So in case you want to do something like this for yourselves. So let's get right to it. This is a front shot of the car. We'll start talking about the front wheel first, and then we'll talk about the rear. So these new rims, they're from Jess. I'll add a link to it, so in case you guys want to get one of these for yourselves. This is 15 by 8 rims, and I made a mistake on the back spacing when I ordered it. So I ordered a 5.5 inch rear spacing or back spacing. I'm supposed to order a 4.5. I didn't know that just because I chose a little bit of bigger tire, different diameter and all that good stuff. And so I thought the 5.5 would fit, but it turns out that I'm about an inch too far in, and it started to rub everything in there. So what I ended up doing was I purchased a spacer, 1 inch spacer to push back out. And right now the stance is just perfect, just the way I want it. So if you guys want to do something like this, just make sure you get a 4.5 inch rear spacing, not 5.5. That'll push your wheel towards the front an inch. That'll solve the problem that I'm having here. Now for tire, the standard OEM is 225 millimeter. I went with a 235 60/15, so it's a little bit wider. Make it a little more aggressive. It fit perfectly. I was able to make full turns left and right. There's no rubbing at all. So the sides work out really well. Gives the car a really nice stance. Now for the rear, it's a much larger tire. It's a 325 millimeter. Let's start out with the rims. The rims are 15 by 10. The stock rims are 14 inch, so it's an inch wider than the stock rims. You can see it has a really nice stance. The rear spacing on this one is 5.5, and I should have got the 4.5 rear spacing as well, because you can see that I also have an inch spacer back there. With the 5.5 back spacing, it rubs the inside lightly. So I didn't feel like trying to, modify everything in there. I just get a spacer to give it plenty of clearance in there, which is a better idea than reworking everything, and I might even ruin the paint on these. So anyhow, what I did have to do was I put in the airbags. Not sure if you can see it in there. It's the red bag in there. It fits inside the spring. I have another video on that if you're interested in putting one in. And the reason for that is that I can adjust the height. With this larger tire, I really want to have an option of adjusting the gap in case it sticks out. Like in this case, you can see that like this inner lip is gonna land somewhere here, and it's gonna rub the tire if I don't raise it up. Some people, I see them roll the fenders, stuff like that. I choose not to do that. It's a lot of work, and it might damage the paint. I did this on one of my other vehicle, and I think the one side I had a little crack all along the paint, even though I heated up and followed the procedure. So I'm not going to do that this time. Just put in the air spring and raise the back a little bit. I don't mind racing it. It's actually make the car stands looks a little bit more aggressive. So there you are. Rear shot. So the size for this tire is a 325/50/15, and like I said, it's a 15 by 10 inch rims. You can see the gap is quite a bit. I gave it around 30 psi on the airbag, air pressure, but it dropped down to 20 psi or something like that. It'll close that gap down a little bit more, make it look nicer. There you go. I really love the stance. This car turns heads every time I drive down the street. Alright guys, I hope the video was helpful. And if you decide to do something like this, you have an idea what the back spacings are and what the tire size are that should fit your vehicle. As always, I appreciate you tuning in to KT Garage. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. Thank you.